Welcome to Garden Plants with Jim Putnam. Let's talk about Aucuba japonica Marmorata. Marmorata is one of my favorite Aucuba japonicas. It's absolutely one of the showiest. This is actually a green leaf with yellow variegation, and it's a lot more of the variegation than you would get on gold dust. And so it's really, really showy, and showy from a distance and beautiful in a winter garden. This plant's going to get about 6 feet in height, maybe 3 to 4 feet in width. It's going to have more of an upright habit to it. It's definitely a shade-loving plant, so this is going to be part sun, part shade to shade. And in deeper shade, it's going to get a little bit thinner. It's probably going to stretch a little bit on you, but that can be taken care of with a little bit of winter pruning. Aucuba japonica are hardy in zones 7 to 9. Where would you go about using this plant, this beautiful shade evergreen plant? This one could definitely be mass planted in a group of 5 or 7 and then allowed to get to their mature height of 6 feet, maybe even make a screen in a shady area where you don't need a lot of height in that screen. Make a great container plant, or just a standalone, just one plant in amongst some other evergreen things would look beautiful in the winter. So almost anywhere in a shade garden. This has a very insignificant flower, and if there is a male Aucuba nearby, you will get red berries on this one in the wintertime. Like other Aucuba japonicas, Marmorata would prefer moist, well-drained soil. And so if you got a shady spot that holds a lot of water, this probably isn't a plant for you. But if it drains off pretty quickly, dries out in between rains, perfect spot. This plant would like a little ongoing watering. It's very drought tolerant, won't die in drought conditions once they're established, but they can be a little bit thin in the dry shade. And so I think a little bit of ongoing watering during abnormally dry times is something you're going to want to think about if you have Aucuba japonicas, any variety of Aucuba japonica really. Unfortunately, this is deer food, and if you have deer issues, they find your Aucubas, they will eat them and really go after them very aggressively. Other than that, there's really not a lot of pest problems. A little bit of scale issues on the back of the leaves here or there. Not any big deal. Deer is the big problem with this plant. Maintenance-wise, almost nothing. You can prune these in the late winter. There's only 3 pieces, 3 upright branches on this plant. If they were just tip pruned a little bit in the late winter, it would create some more fullness in this plant. That's it. I use an organic fertilizer in my landscape, keep it mulched, and keep the weeds away from it. And this Aucuba japonica will be just an easy plant, bright spot in a shady space. Thanks for watching.